Hey guys, Mobius Spick here. We're going to play some Legacy Infect. Brad plays this deck in paper pretty well. One of our friends plays it extremely well.
Oh yeah, here's the deck. We're not playing Dazes because they are crazy expensive. We're also not playing Wasteland because it's crazy expensive.
So the plan is, after Trail Masters come out, we are going to put a Wasteland in for Caracas. Pull up the list one more time though, because I wanted to talk about one other thing. The thing with not running Dazes that is not as big of an issue is that people still play around Dazes. You don't have to run them. We saw this a long time ago in Modern where people used to run the pod decks and people would just not run the combo, but you would still play around the combo. So I think that if we had Dazes, I would probably run 2 Dazes over the 2 Spells Pierces just because of Brad's playstyle tends to be very aggressive and not as controlling. So with Daze obviously being free, that's a big bonus to it. But really, our opponents consistently play around Daze, like they should, because we probably have it, even though we don't. I would like to have access to Dazes. We'll get them when they drop off to an appropriate price about a week or 2 after Eternal Masters comes out. But this has been very playable. I've won a little over half my matches, and I think Brad's won even more than that because he's a little bit more proficient with the deck.
Well, I've also played against not a real deck several times.
Yeah, well, right now we're doing a couple practice matches because Brad is still getting used to the awkwardness that is the MTGO client.
I mean, I played against Slivers the other day. That didn't really feel like a match.
Slivers used to be a real deck.
Spellscout's usually not in the sideboard. Usually Caracas is, but since we're playing Caracas in the main, we get to play Spellscout in the side. It might be good in a few matches, but I don't really like it. So we actually haven't drawn it yet, so I haven't seen how much I could like it.
So I think that we'll end up dropping Flusterstorm, Spellscout. We'll probably end up dropping 3 cards so we can have 4 Wastelands. 1 in the main, 3 in the side, but
I would never play them anyways.
You'd run 2 in the sideboard, 1 in the main?
I usually just play 1 in the main.
And 1 in the side?
Nope, that's it. 1 in the main.
Wow. A lot of lists run 2. We'll look at a lot of different lists, but we will get access to have a full flexible sideboard to see what we like. Me and Brad, like, just watching him play differently. I think a lot of he's more familiar with the deck, but you go constructed tournaments.
You go constructed tournaments.
Open play.
And constructed open play. There we go.
Okay.
Post.
But another part is I've watched our other friend play, and him and Brad don't usually make very big decisions and differences, but Brad wants to see his opponent have the answer more often, and our other friend plays Zachary Cuck. You guys watch Star City. Usually puts the opponent not necessarily into that same situation. He usually waits a little bit.
And against Miracles, I find it's better to just jam it, make them have it. And a lot of the other matches, though, you do get a lot of 2-for-1s with them, making them basically play into a trap. But I don't know how important that is, because I've seen him play it, and I'm like, but instead of waiting for the trap, he could have just gone for it.
So. Right. And it plays differently online, too. There's a lot of mental game in hesitation and stuff in paper that makes a difference, but online it is less important. I will say you should sit in your main phase until you decide to attack. You never want to hesitate in your attack phase. You want to plan your turn out on your main phase and then just go. That just doesn't let your opponents know what you're doing or not. I mean, if you intentionally want to kind of screw around with attacking all that, you can, but I think that it's better just to be consistent of within a minute make your decision of what you're going to do, go to your attack phase, and attack or not attack. It doesn't mean you have to play anything in your first main phase, but if you consider your first main phase as your thinking phase before attacks, it's a lot less obvious what you are or not doing.
Right. Also, in the client, running out of time is a big deal for a lot of matches, but I haven't run into an issue even being slow with the client with Infect. So,
have you played Miracles yet?
No, I don't know if many people play Miracles or if they just don't play practice games.
Well,
I just haven't seen one.
Yeah.
I've seen an Infect Mirror. I've seen Grixis more than once. I've seen that weird deck that just plays a bunch of creatures.
Maverick? The green-white one?
Well, so this one played black as well.
Dark Maverick, yeah. That's seen every once in a while. Absent colors.
But this one also played Knight of the Reliquary, so it was a really weird version.
Did it play Veteran Explorer? Was it a Nick Fit deck?
Didn't see a veteran explorer.
Cabal therapies?
Don't think I saw Cabal therapies.
Might have just been straight Dark Maverick. I mean, Dark Maverick can just basically be green-white hate bears. That's what Maverick is, by the way. And sometimes they splash black for things like Cabal Therapy, Thoughtseize, a couple other things to make their combo match slightly better.
I think they did Thoughtseize me or Dress me one time.
I assume you won that match because Maverick is a really good matchup.
I don't remember.
Alright, there we go. Game is starting.
About time.
We
already played this guy today, didn't we?
Nope, we played a different guy.
Oh, I think I've already played this guy.
Okay, well, this looks like a good hand, though.
Alright, so taking a look, we have a first turn Glistener Elf, and then we have the follow-up of Inkmoth Nexus, but the Brainstorm is really what makes it keepable, I think.
Right, and even though you have to fetch here, you have the Crop Rotation, which we're going to Crop Rotate a Caracas, probably, to use as the shuffle effect for Brainstorm. So we're running 2 Crop Rotations, which is one of the things I really like. I actually like Crop Rotation quite a bit. Talking to our friend, Zach, he also said he likes Crop Rotation quite a bit, and it's one of the cards that he thinks people underestimate as a good card. You get a forest, you don't get a forest here, you need an island. But it's a little unfortunate if they
it's so seldom I actually get a forest.
I find myself getting a forest moderately common, but I guess most decks aren't Wasteland decks.
Well, I'm not going to play around Wasteland ever. Now, on the second or third game, I might go get the forest, but the first game, not going to play around Wasteland.
Oh, they're playing Eldrazi Stompy.
No, that's just dead then.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because if we had an Invigorate, you could have saved it.
Whatever.
Alright.
There's that Invigorate we wanted.
Do you want to play... Well, I guess you should just play Brainstorm for... If you play Brainstorm, then you can't Crop Rotate. But you should just play Brainstorm because you're... Are you playing... No, you're not playing Crop Rotation before Brainstorm.
So we just kill them next turn. If I play the Inkmoth Nexus and draw any green land, right?
Yeah, you just...
So why not just play Inkmoth Nexus and then...
Brainstorm at the end of their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the big thing I was talking about there is you could play the Crop Rotation and get rid of the Caracas, but the thing is you do not want to play Crop Rotation before Brainstorm. If Brad end of turn Brainstorms, sees trash, then he can play Caracas and Crop Rotate away at least one bad card.
Yep.
Okay, we should Brainstorm now and hide what we want to keep.
Very true. Alright. So they cannot take lands, right?
Right, so we put Berserk and Invigorate on top, and then we...
So Berserk and Invigorate on top. They'll take the Ponder or the Brainstorm.
They'll take the Ponder over the Crop Rotation.
So we want to take...
If you could only have one, you want the Invigorate, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, they should take the Ponder here, because our hand looks really bad. So, when we draw our Invigorate next turn, do you want to... You don't want to Crop Rotate, you want to keep the combo up, right? So you want to play Inkmoth Nexus, or do you play Windswept Heath so we can shuffle if you decide you need to?
Anything that can possibly cast that's legendary? I don't think so.
There's no legends. So you play the Inkmoth Nexus or the Windswept Heath?
I think I play the Inkmoth Nexus. I hate doing this before combat, but...
So tap on for mana.
That one's newly controlled, so...
Don't. Top ability, yeah.
There we go.
Just attack for 1.
Yep. Because we got the combo kill next turn.
Yeah, the only consideration for playing Invigorate there is if Brad thought they were going to play another Thoughtless here.
Yeah.
Alright, so we want to keep up mana here because we may be in a position where we want to Crop Rotate one lands they try to kill into in their Inkmoth Nexus, or we could consider Crop Rotating. We don't want to because we have the Berserk on top, but if we have to, into like a Pendulate. I don't know how great the Eldrazi matchup. Okay.
Wow.
So they're gonna take.
They're gonna take Invigorate.
So does that make the Berserk worth not getting?
probably.
Do you want to turn... Do you just want to shuffle your deck by using crop rotation? You should let them steal first, by the way.
Yeah. That's unfortunate that they had 2 in a row.
It happens. But it's the second main phase. So after they play their stuff or whatever. Do you want to crop rotate? And what do you crop rotate for? Do you cycle an Inkmoth Nexus? Do you get a Pendlehaven? We're going to have 2 mana next turn, so we can activate both Inkmoth Nexi. But if we draw something we want to play, then the Pendlehaven will be more mana efficient.
That's hard to say.
We should definitely crop rotate, because we definitely don't want Berserk, correct?
Well, so Berserk is still half the combo.
So you would like Berserk over a random card.
It's not the best card, but it's close.
If you'd rather have Berserk than a random card, then we shouldn't crop rotate.
Man,
We got chump blockers as well.
they got the beats.
We can also save crop rotation, chump block, turn an Inkmoth Nexus into an Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah, I think we go ahead and draw.
Alright, so we just play the Windswept Heath. We could have considered playing the Caracas to save life. I think this turn we just chump and crop rotation so we keep our mana up.
So we attack with one of them.
I don't think we attack, right? Because crop rotation and activate costs 2 mana. So I guess we could attack with one. We just have to crack the Windswept Heath to do that. So we'll lose our out for just Brainstorm. We'll make a Brainstorm a bad draw, that's all.
I mean, do we... Well, why don't we just take that?
Okay, sure.
We have basically one chance. Does it gain us another turn by... Does it gain us another turn by chump blocking?
It doesn't look like it, but we can also Berserk one of their creatures. Like, is it trample it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that would kill us, Daniel.
Well, if we chump one... no, that doesn't work. Never mind.
Yep. Now, if we chump one and then Berserk and crop rotate, then it never deals combat damage, right?
Right, but we take 8, and then they have 8 on board, so it doesn't help.
Very good draw from them. Huh. Well, that's
So you can block
1,
2.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just dead.
Yeah, you can concede. We're only dead because they played a Mishra's Factory. Otherwise, we'd have one more turn to draw the combo because we would crop rotate. We'd play land. We would activate both of them. We would block 2. We would crop rotate one into another Inkmoth Nexus, and if we drew Invigorate, we would win. They will have some amount of removal, but I think all of the forces are bad. I think the Nature's Claims need to come in because usually that deck runs Trinisphere, though we did not see it.
It's probably inside one.
They usually run it main. I think we just drop the forces. They don't really run much removal.
Don't we want to counter their creatures?
We could drop the Nature's Claims and just run more forces, actually. And just counter whatever their break first spell is. Or we could just keep the Croson Grip and drop the Nature's Claims since they usually put it on 1.
Well, we don't need this, so...
That's great. It destroys an artifact. That's one of the big things is they play Trinisphere and Chalice.
We don't need Sylvan Library.
I don't think we Nature's Claims. They don't work well against Trinisphere or the other one. But the Croson Grips do. Spell Pierce is not the best in that matchup either. They don't have that many targets for it.
Well, then that's it. Though Spell Pierce is really good against Trinisphere.
Would you rather have Spell Pierce or Croson Grip?
We can play both, actually.
You can run one of each.
So, why don't we take out one Berserk and one...
I actually would rather have the Berserk. I think we're incentivized to try to win this as quickly as possible. Their creatures are bigger than ours. They beat down faster, don't they?
Alright, then let's cut both of them. Because we don't want to cut blue spells.
Then we should put the spell pierces in and take out the Crows and Grips.
I think we want more answers to their artifacts.
Okay.
So, if we do play these, we would cut a Berserk, and we would cut a Cataxian Probe. And that would be cutting one, or a Crop Rotate. We could cut either one.
Whatever you think's good.
Alright, so we play a really early Eldrazi. We just try to kill it.
It's great.
Yep, it's a good hand. Keep.
You just start with the tropical island to represent... Now, they play Wastelands, by the way, usually.
If they play Wasteland their first time, I'm happy to
So do we play the Ponder next turn, or do we just hold up the Force?
I think we hold up the Force. Because we're probably just going to force whatever they play on the second turn.
So we just pay Penalty and hit for 2. And then
Yep.
end of turn, Crop Rotate, Tropical Island to do. Well, no, I guess we don't do that. I guess we just hold the Crop Rotation open. We just try to beat them to death. Yeah, so that's one thing I don't like about this matchup is that they actually have bigger creatures. Like, they have creatures. A lot of matchups don't have creatures that favorably block or block at all, but they have 4/4s. Is it worth saving your threat?
Yeah, it is. Because we don't have another one.
Alright, we'll enforce it. This is also one of the decks that I would end up considering going the damage route because they do a lot of self-damage. Sometimes.
Very few ways we can do that.
Hey, that's awesome. Now we can play Pendlehaven, leave up Spell Pierce. We can go ahead and pump that now. It doesn't matter, but whatever. And we have Crop Rotation Spell Pierce up. Crop Rotate, because the Wilderness will be in the first drop for Invigorate, but... Another thing that's nice about Brainstorm decks is that, let's say we sideboard it in Crows and Grip. Let's say that we don't end up having a target for Crows and Grip. Let's say we were wrong about them having Trinispheres. You can Brainstorm it away. Alright, that's a great thing to counter, though. We were right. We could have let that resolve and hoped to draw land and gripped it, but there's a much better use of our mana.
Not to mention that, why would I hope to draw a land when I can just grip, or when I can just counter it, and expect them not to play anything else?
Yep, and they played Lotus Petal, playing around Days there.
Well, also Lotus Petal. Ooh, haven't seen him play that before.
Nah, I don't even know if it's great.
Blocks our creature.
I just don't know where else Displacer's shining. Like, I guess it kills Margit Lidge tokens, but like it's
we
just
definitely want to draw a land here, though.
why?
So we can crop rotate it.
Oh yeah.
Because crop rotating my Pendlehaven's a really bad idea.
Alright, so I think you attack. You Pendlehaven, you shrink that when you play another instant glycerol.
I think you're correct. Alright, so I have to do this before... Oh, they already declared block.
Yeah, they didn't block.
Alright, so I definitely want to pop.
Yep, just play a second one. I think they should have blocked.
Who knows?
But unless they have some sort of sweet combo I'm not thinking about.
We do want to play this, right?
Yeah. They're not going to have mass removal. And if they play
Wish we
another
had days right now.
Chalice, then...
We're fine. We don't have that many more one drops.
Oh, we have several. The deck's mostly one drops.
Huh?
We've got 2 more Glycerin.
Oh yeah, we've got a
another
bunch of
Cooperation,
Brainstorms.
Brainstorm, Spell Pierce, Vines. Most of the deck is 1-costed. Otherwise, it'd be a bad deck. Like, the Eldrazi deck is one of the only non-1-costed decks that's decent. I mean, Legacy is defined by its...
Huh, how crazy. I would have attacked me. Had I been them. Is Caracas in the rain? So now I attack with both, right?
What are we crop rotating for, by the way? Just the flyer?
I was gonna go get a flyer, but right now I think we just attack.
Yeah, attack both. It's unfortunate we don't have a second Pendulum. You don't normally need it, but this is one of the rare situations where it'd be great. And whatever he blocks, we grow.
Do we? Don't we just grow the other one?
No, he's gonna fade it. He's gonna blink it. So you grow that one. So
Exile another. He can't.
another creature. He's gonna blink your Glistener Elf. You pump. So pump the one he's blocking.
Oh, I see. He didn't blink it.
Yeah, that's fine too. But now he has to blink every time. Now whenever you attack with your 2/3, he can't block it.
Mm.
Alright. So we definitely crop rotate the forest into a flyer.
Yep.
The problem is he'll have a way to blink it every turn now.
But then he can't play anything. He can't win like that.
No, he can't. Well, he has more lands that produce mana. Like, he only needs to hit 2 land drops to have access to a ton of mana. He has access to 5 right now. He can play a 2-drop right now. If he hits another Ancient Tomb, he has 4 mana. He can keep open blinking and play most of his cells in his deck. I mean, he's running a ton of soul lands, right?
Yep.
So I mean, waiting's not terrible for him. It's not great. See, there you go. Our opponent has plenty of mana.
Another one.
That's a problem.
Huh.
Because now they can blink each other.
Well.
Okay, so we crop rotate at the end of turn. I don't like that attack. He plans to blink it to block with it, I understand.
He can't blink yet.
Yeah, he can. He has 4 mana.
Oh, it's colorless. Never mind.
Alright, remember we're crop rotating at the end of turn. It's unfortunate they're not just playing an artifact. It's really nice that they use their mana that way. You get the Inkmoth Nexus.
Pump spell. Nope. Not a pump spell. I guess we can go ahead and play this. It doesn't matter if it's in our hand.
We don't crack it because we have Brainstorm. I think we just attack with the Inkmoth Nexus. And actually, we attack with Inkmoth Nexus and the Glistener Elf. They blink their Displacer. We pump. Okay, that doesn't work. We get through 1. We get through 2 infect if we attack with both.
Okay. We get through 2 infect either way, right?
No. They're going to probably blink their Displacer, the one with 2 counters on it, to block your Glistener Elf.
Uh-huh.
So then you can pump your Inkmoth Nexus.
I can do that without attacking with a Glistener.
No, because if you just attack with Inkmoth Nexus, they'll blink the Inkmoth Nexus.
Oh, I see.
But it doesn't change it for next turn either. You should just attack with that one, and when they go to... You should not use Pendlehaven.
Well, when I use Pendlehaven, they just blink that one, right?
I think you should not attack with the Glistener Elf and just attack with the Inkmoth Nexus.
Okay, why?
Because you can always make the same attack next turn, even if they have more mana. Well, maybe not.
Well, so you're saying I do no damage as opposed to 1? I think we just do 1.
But you definitely do 2 now, because whenever he blinks, he won't have enough, and you can just Pendlehaven the thing.
If he doesn't blink anything, then that's the correct play, right?
Yeah. If he doesn't blink or block, then that's what you do. So now you pump the infect one.
Okay, they're both infect.
Sorry.
You want me to pump the flyer?
If you pump the flyer, you get through 2 for sure. If you pump the ground one, there's a chance that he blinks the ground one.
Okay, so.
But if he doesn't blink the ground one, it's the worst play.
I think you're wrong, because if I pump the flyer, he blinks the flyer.
Okay, so then you pump the ground one.
If I were him, I would blink the flyer no matter what.
I agree. None?
Clever. So he's planning on blinking his own.
Sure,
space.
but why not just play it and blink it? So the advantage to waiting is that there's always a chance that you can draw more removal. But yeah. And he can blink either one because he has 2. They're real annoying like that.
Yeah, whatever.
The other thing is, we can go for a damage route now that costs them 2 life to blink each time they do it. It won't start
until they
next
play
turn.
one more land.
They can't, City Traders. They can blink
I mean,
one
they
thing.
can.
They can, but they'll be
They
dead.
can blink something and then play a land. Like that.
Sure. But now they have less mana than they had before.
Yeah, whatever.
And they should have done that after attacking, because now they just have to blink their displacer. Oh, never mind. They're just going to murder you.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to do that eventually anyway.
Alright, well, hopefully they overcommit.
They're at 6 poison, so that's something.
You really need a Vines.
Yeah.
That's about all it's going to say.
There's another card I'll put in next round that'll save us, but it's not in there now. The Sylvan Advocate. Useless.
Alright, so go for an attack and see what they do. So I think the problem here was you just didn't draw any pump.
Yeah. No, they didn't rip any pump out of my hand this time.
Mm-mm. I think they just take the 2.
That's not what I would do.
I mean, 2 poison doesn't kill them. Alright, play the 1/1. And they should just blink the 1/1 and kill you.
Oh, is it blink until end of turn?
No, it blinks and comes back tap. They'll just do it on their turn.
Oh.
They should blink their... Yeah, they should make their 3/3 so they can have lethal. So now we need 2 creatures as lethal, and they have plenty of mana to kill your guy.
Just the best 2 creatures are lethal.
Right, but they have plenty of mana.
Yeah. I mean, they should kill me right now.
There's not any free spells that save you from dying, too, so they should know that. I guess if you'd, like, Submerge. Right?
Submerge would do it, yeah.
They would need a forest, though, right? For it to be free?
Yeah, they would need a forest for
Yeah, okay, so that would work.
Submerge is another card for the sideboard, actually.
It's trample.
Oh, is it? Well, we were dead either way.
It's trample.
Well, that was a fun deck to play against.
It's a real deck, too. I mean, you have to learn it. I mean, that's probably the only deck you haven't played a lot against, since you didn't play paper.
Yeah, no, and
when it came out.
we could still draw it against them. I would have sideboarded a little bit differently had I known they played the blinkers.
They don't usually. I haven't seen a list that runs the blinkers in the Trace Trample guys. Most of the ones I've seen run the 4/4. Some of them run the Mimic, and some of them run the. Some of them run one of the Trample guy. That's the most I've seen. I can't imagine they're running more than two of the Reality Smashers. But the Blink guys...
Seems like one of the best sell draws.
The Blink guys good against Infect. They're good against Margent Lich decks, like lands, right? They're good for pushing through damage, although that's not particularly important. They're not good against Elves.
Well, them being so fast is probably good enough against Elves.
I mean, Elves are pretty quick, too. Them having 2-mana spells that kill Elves is pretty good, though. The Wailing.
That's
Warping Well.
why they're playing them.
Oh, they're good against a lot of things. I mean, don't most of the best creatures in Legacy have either 1 power or 1 toughness? Most.
Oh, yes. Warping Well is a great card for them.
And a lot of powerful sorceries as well, so, that's not bad.
Especially when they can play it on one land. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of the times where it's a great hand. It's a really rough position.
Yep. This is a great hand.
So it's going to play out as Glistener Elf, turn 2, Brainstorm if we need something, or Inkmoth.
Weird.
And we're just going to try to draw a blue card. Nope. Is there any reason you're not just jamming the Glistener Elf?
Yeah, I was debating on if I wanted to play fetch. Since I drew another fetch, I think it's best to play the first fetch. Because I'm going to try to push the Trop back into my library.
Because you have more fetches than you have Trops, and having cards in your graveyard is good for
Yep.
whatever that Earth card is. Super
Yep.
Strength or whatever.
Did they keep a one-lander?
A couple minutes. They did not.
Oh.
It's annoying.
We can't beat Maze of Ith.
We can with more than one card. And with Vines of Asswood.
Vines of Asswood will do it. So now we brainstorm, I suppose. Oh, we need to play around.
You could just play Inkmoth Nexus and have 2 threats and attack them for 2 every turn as well. And just wait
Well,
another
so
turn.
we want to play.
The advantage to not playing Brainstorms, we have another card for Force of Will.
Alright, so let's do it this way. Let's play the Inkmoth Nexus and brainstorm. And if we don't like the cards, we'll crop rotate
Okay, well,
at the beginning of the next turn. Brainstorm is likely to hit blue card. That's the reason I say that.
what card are you trying to hit right now that we want to cast Brainstorm right now to the end of their turn?
That's a good point. We can just attack.
But yeah, I definitely agree that crop rotating into a Pendlehaven will be really good. I think with Maze of Ith, we want to go wide, we want to have a lot of different cards.
I mean, I don't know why I'm bothering to attack. Just waste both their time.
Eh. This would be one of those situations where it would be really nice to have Wasteland. Because then we would have made the play of crop rotating into a Wasteland.
Yep. What in the world are they playing?
They're probably playing some sort of black base control deck. Withered Wretch used to be played in Dead Galliel variants. Did you want to brainstorm now? They probably do not have anything we want to counter. We just put back Trop and Forest. We draw another Forest and look for Forest. That sounds fine. Or we can crop rotate now, if you want, and turn the tropical island into a Pendlehaven.
I would rather turn it into a tropical island. Wouldn't you?
No, because we're going to get a tropical island with the Misty Rainforest, and that lets us attack into the Withered Wretch.
Oh, we need that Misty for that brainstorm.
We'll get something else. I think you should get the Pendlehaven because it gives you attacks. You do not have attacks without a Pendlehaven.
Do not have attacks without a Pendlehaven.
They have a 2/2, and they're going to Maze of Ith your 1/1. With Pendelhaven, you can attack with both, and you get them for 1 infect.
Okay, we'll do it your way. I still think that's the wrong play. Because we do have vines, so if I can just assemble the combo, I can kill them.
They'd probably have a ton of removal.
They can't play it right now.
But you don't have the combo right now.
I have a brainstorm.
Okay.
Alright, so you want me to go get Pendelhaven.
Pendelhaven will get you through 1 damage, and then you play
And
Mystery
then
Force.
we draw and play Misty.
Yeah, just go ahead and fetch your land, because you have to use Pendelhaven to pump. Tropical. And use the trop to
Okay.
protect it, right?
Yeah, guess so.
And what that means is that they can't maze. So like if they block the Glistener Elf, then you Pendelhaven kill their guy, or they have to maze it. And now you can attack with both, and now they just have to take 1.
Alright, so assuming they don't block,
They don't block, you don't
play
Pendelhaven.
Glistener.
Yeah. Or if they maze 1, you can pump the other. Now you gotta pump it now though. Which is fine. Which I think is the right play for them because it makes you, you know. And you play land, so I guess you can have 6. You don't have to worry about sweepers either because we have black, or because we have creature lands.
Yep.
Second Ink Moth Nexus would be very good. I think you need as much mana as you can get to play around Maze of Ith. Seems pretty risky to run more than 1 Maze of Ith in your deck. They might just be running 1 just because it's so bad in so many other matchups.
That's true.
I would counter that. Just because it makes everything in your life much worse. Also, their deck is super soft to counter spells. I mean, to combat decks.
That was a really good play on their part.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's us sacking a creature matters that much, but it definitely hurt to cast that Force of Will, so.
I mean, are we ever getting through damage if we don't have more creatures than them?
No.
There is the way of just waiting with vines and never activating Ink Moth until you can just do a ton.
A Ponder. I think I should start by casting that Ponder.
I agree.
That's reasonable.
So
Well, the...
do you just want to keep all 3, or do you just want to keep the Invigorate? Because we can just play and crack the Windsweep. Or do you want
I think
the
we
Brainstorm?
want the Brainstorm. And then we want
The Brainstorm and then the Invigorate.
that, and then that. Shuffle your library. No. We want the Invigorate right now.
Oh, well, we have to crack the fetch land to
To do what?
to do any damage. So if you don't want to do any damage, you can just pass the turn and play another Glistener Elf, which I think is a fine play. But if you want to get a 1 effect, we have to make the same play we did last turn, which involved mana.
No, we just want to play this.
Okay.
We don't want the Viridian Corruptor, but we do want the next card. Soul Cat, crack the next turn. So we'd sacrifice an attack to do it.
Yeah, I agree. And we can also kill them next turn with Vines and Invigorate.
Yep. That's the idea. Always set up the combo. Ooh, a Dark Ritual.
Exciting. As long as they don't play a flyer, you're fine.
I'm not so sure that I care if they play a flyer. Sword of Body and Mind.
Doesn't matter. For a green Milton. They get 2/2s.
That's gonna be fun.
They make your Glistener Elf bad, but they're not playing around the combo, which is what they should be doing. They're going to attack you.
Well, that's one of their cards in their hand is a removal spell. In which case they win.
No, because you play Vines. You play Invigorate and pump up the Inkmoth Nexus before anything else, and then you Vines it. So you activate and use the abilities in main phase.
So I want to block this, right?
Well, you can't. It has Pro Green.
Huh. I could block it, but it'd be a lot more difficult.
You probably lose the game.
Doesn't it untap all the lands, too?
Yeah. No, that's the green-black one.
Yeah.
Alright, you probably want to go ahead and fetch. No, if you draw Brainstorm.
Trust me.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I do think you want to cast Invigorate before going to combat. The tricky part is whether you want to do Vines. Because they can't use Maze of Ith unless you're attacking.
Well, so Vine stops Maze of It.
If they have a removal spell, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So imagine...
I clicked wrong.
Why?
I got the Misty instead of the Brainstorm.
No, they milled 10.
Oh, you're correct.
Okay, before we go to the next phase. If they have a removal hand in spell...
If they have a removal spell that costs 1.
Yeah, so they have a disfigure. So let's activate the Inkmoth. Well, they don't. They might have it. Yeah, let's activate the Inkmoth Nexus, Pendlehaven, and Invigorate it right now, and then we can Vines it
Alright,
in
so
response.
you want to activate the Inkmoth.
So they can't use Maze of Ith. We want to do as much pump as we can before combat, because we can just always...
This gives protection from spells and abilities your opponents control, so it's actually fine.
If they have 2 things, then you can only respond to one of them.
Okay.
So you want to play the Invigorate... the Invigorate...
So now I want to play the Invigorate now.
Right. So it should be out of removal of all things like Disfigure and what's the other one?
This
Dismember.
doesn't kill them.
That's fine. I mean, you
Oh,
can't.
I have to crack these now.
Why?
You can't crack them in combat, can you?
Yeah, you can.
And so I really messed up right here. Not having any mana.
Oh, because they can respond.
Well, also, we just happen to have these in our library. We didn't check our graveyard.
Oh, good point.
So yeah, that was a mistake on our part.
Alright, we should get the Forest with that one.
Why does it matter?
Maybe they have something that cares about basics. You definitely don't need a 3rd tropical island.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't understand what they
Alright,
could
so
possibly.
you attack with all of them?
I think so. Because what does it matter? Now, if they don't Maze of Ith, I can't actually go for the kill.
That's correct. Which is fine, because you're not dead next turn. Which is, well, yeah, that's why you wanted to play the Vines beforehand. But they went for it, so you can Vines now. I don't think this player was making very good plays either. I would have waited and done a lot of things differently. Just to buy myself more turns.
Maybe.
Alright, so they're probably going to have a lot of removal. I don't think you want to bring in more artifact hate, but I do think that...
Sylvan Safekeeper is definitely something they bring in. Are they going to play reanimate spells?
I think they're just going to play regular removal. I think they have some amount of graveyard hate. I think Vines is good.
I definitely don't want any of that then. And I probably want some sort of artifact hate, right? Because they're probably bringing in artifacts to stop me.
They probably don't have any.
They're probably got pithing needles.
I mean, bring in 1 Nature's Claim. I think
And
it's
1
better.
Corrosion Grip?
No, just 2 Nature's Claim. I don't think Corrosion Grip just matters at all.
Okay.
I mean, you have 1 Viridian Corruptor as well. I think you just drop like a Spell Pierce or a Cropper Rotation or whatever.
Spell Pierce and a Dexian Probe.
Or Berserk. No, I guess you want the combo.
Cement deck. I think the Sylvan Library, the deck's slow enough that's good.
I agree. I just have no idea what they're playing, really.
I don't either. Which is why we shouldn't worry. This is an acceptable hand. Keep.
And you have 3 threats. None of which they can block. right?
And I can kill them with Noble Hearts. It'll work. What are they doing? We don't know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Alright, so next turn you can play Hierarch and Blighted Agent. And then just start attacking with Blighted Agent until they kill it, and the Ink Moth Nexus until they kill it, and then Ink Moth Nexus until they kill it.
Oh no, we always attack with Blighted Agent.
Yeah, until they kill it.
Yeah, but we don't have to play. I mean, we don't have to attack with Ink Moth. Just Blighted Agent.
That's what I was saying. Is you?
Oh, okay.
They have to have.
I didn't catch that from what you were.
They have to have 3 consecutive removal spells just to be in the game. Or 1 Dark Blast. Again, Dark Blast totally wrecks this deck.
Go for it. Dark Blast is not going to beat me.
How would it not beat you?
They won't have enough time to play it and beat me with it. They just don't have enough turns. I have 2 Invigorates in my hand. I just kill them. They Dark Blast, I kill them.
Oh no, if I had a Dark Blast in my hand, I would play one now, and then I would dredge and play one, and then I would dredge and play one. Like, you would never untap with a 1/1. Dark Blast definitely beats this deck.
You're not wrong. However, I have Invigorate, so they'll never get the Dark Blast off. They'll never.
Do they just play it on their turn, or after you go to combat?
They should play it on their turn, yes. But it'll never matter in combat because I have an Ink Moth. So I'm going to make them play it.
Yeah.
On my turn, where it doesn't matter. Because I can still attack.
You just play it during the second main phase after you take 1 poison. They'll let you attack me for 3. Oh, it's for 3.
But 3, Daniel.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is my hand is Dark Blast proof right now. Only because I have so many Noble Hearts and so many Invigorates. I have like the nut hand. This is the nut hand.
Okay.
This is the they can't possibly win and they're tapping out nut hand. This makes me sack a creature, right? So I sack the Blighted Agent and then I kill them in the air? Yeah. Okay. And there's nothing they could possibly do to stop this, right?
No. You should keep a green mana up if you can, because there are free black spells that kill things. But that's all.
I'm trying to sacrifice a creature game. You asked me like 4 times what I want to do with this spell. And they're like, oh noes.
It's always a bad sign when the opponent sacrifices. Oh, well, the Penal Haven. That's nice too.
I don't.
It don't matter, but you should just play
Matter,
it.
but okay.
You gotta activate your guy.
That would have been really annoying.
And then you just attack and then double invigorate.
That's pretty much how you do it. Oh, whoops.
No. You don't want to do that. You don't need to do that. You want to keep that open for vines.
Vines.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true too.
Vines is the Noble Hearts. Choose a target one damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can just do all of it now, and if they have it, sure, whatever, and if they don't, sure, whatever.
The only thing they could have is the kill spell, and as long as I don't play that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you can just do everything except for vines, and it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is the nut hand, Daniel. We cannot lose. This is the we cannot lose hand. There's nothing in Magic that could have stopped that except forces. And they're not playing them.
They could have Knight of Souls Betrayal. Dark Ritual, Knight of Souls Betrayal.
They didn't have any mana up.
I know.
Any mana up.
Knight of Souls Betrayal is a good
What's
card.
not a Souls Betrayal do?
My creatures get -1/-1.
That wouldn't have beat us.
No. All creatures get -1/-1.
That wouldn't have beat us just then.
Yeah, what if your nobles would have been dead and...
Yeah, but they didn't cast it until it was too late.
No.
Once I started attacking, the game was over.
Yes, that's true.
Once they tapped all their mana,
Yeah, that's true.
The game was over. I'm saying we had the nut hand, Daniel.
No, you were just saying...
Just accept that we had the nut hand.
Well, is that a great hand against combo decks? Would you rather have a force? If you're playing against, like, Storm or something? Like, that's
Actually, Storm, you just try to jam it before them. So, that would have been fine against Storm.
You ready to start? Turn 3 win.
That was really fast.
Yeah, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So what decks are you not trying to just jam as fast as possible against? This looks like a great game.
Perhaps I'm not playing the deck right, but I'm always trying to jam as fast as possible.
Okay.
Now, there's more to it than that, I will say. But it's not easy to put into words until I tell you the matchup we're playing. So, like, against them, I'm trying to jam as fast as possible until they tell me otherwise.
Okay. If you're in game 2 against a deck that is removal heavy.
Well, so then you got to set up a deeper combo, and then you jam it.
Okay, so then that's when you're setting up not
Is
to
that
do
your drink or my drink?
I haven't finished mine. I don't know, it might be your drink.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Yes, you can ponder, and you're probably playing Storm.
Maybe, maybe not. So, are you going to lead with Glistener Elf?
Always.
No.
Lead to Glistener Elf.
Now, if you had multiple other threats that you wanted to deploy out, would you lead with the Hierarch? Let's say you had Glistener Elf.
You almost always deploy one threat, try to pump kill them.
You never.
So I have the pump kill, so I would lead with Glistener Elf. Every time.
Because you can kill them turn 2?
Because I can kill them turn 2. And look, they're tapped out.
Oh, you're playing blue as well.
And so I'll have... Whoops.
It's cheating, Brad.
It's not cheating. It didn't let me do it.
You're trying to cheat.
If I was able to do it, then it'd be cheating. That is not the one I want. I want this one.
I've tricked Brad into playing Noble Hierarchs and going wide.
Yeah.
Which is probably not the right thing to do at all.
Alright, so now...
No, they're not dead next turn, right?
How are they not dead?
That's 4 and 4 plus 1 is 9.
Plus Noble Heart is 10.
You don't have that much mana.
Do I not?
You can't.
Oh, well then I guess I can't kill them next turn.
Unless you draw an Invigorate. Or a Berserk. But they're playing Sultai.
Huh! A Tarmogoyf. It's easy knowing how big it is in real life, and on this. In real life, not so easy.
Okay. Do you play Brainstorm or Noble Hierarchs?
I
I would say you just play 2 Noble Hierarchs, attack with your 3/3. But you also have the option to Brainstorm and use Mischief this turn. What do you need?
I think... Well, so I need a creature because...
You attack for 3. You can just play 2 Noble Hierarchs.
I think that is correct. Because playing Brainstorm makes it a bigger creature. So it doesn't let me attack.
This gives you 4 mana next turn, so you can play 2 Vines of Vastwood. Kicked.
So if they don't block, I invigorate. Might be wrong, but that's how I always play it. They cannot possibly do anything, so I push them.
They can daze.
They can daze. Nope, so they're blocking, so I just let them
I wouldn't have blocked today.
I would have.
Like, Power
If I didn't have removal or daze. And they don't.
just anything's gonna make that a 3/4, and there's no way the Noble Hierarch.
No. If you do not have the daze there or the force, you block. Because if I've got it, I just kill you. For free.
Alright, well, now you don't have a threat.
Oh, that's fine.
I guess there's some legit. No, we had to play with Noble Hierarchs. There's no way you can.
No, that was the best play. They were going to do that regardless, Daniel. Oh, look. It's a perfect draw.
Alright, so we put back Caracas, Tropical Island. We crop rotation for a threat. You play the Windswept Heath, but you crop rotation for
Definitely play the
an
Windswept
effect guy
Heath.
at end of turn, right? Or you can do it now if you think that they don't have enough mana to do something significant.
They have less mana now, so it's probably best now. This way, they can wasteland it though.
You can just activate it in mines.
Yep.
You don't want to attack though because you want to be able to activate and vines.
I don't need the vines pumped though.
You can't activate and vines and keep up for another brainstorm. You're probably not beating them to death. They're not doing self-damage, right?
What now? I can't activate and vines?
If you draw brainstorm next turn, you'd like to have a windswept heath to shuffle your library, correct? Or
yeah, okay. You're right. That is correct.
Now, you can tap your own ink moth to do more there, but I don't think you're beating them to death.
I think you should always try.
To put on multiple pressure?
Yeah.
In case they...
Well, so, if they happen to be playing Storm and they're just playing a weird version of it, which doesn't make any sense for Termagants, but...
Right, no, I agree that getting their life total down matters more when they're playing Storm. I think they're playing Sultai, which is just card advantage deck.
I don't know, I've seen some people do some weird stuff online, so...
That's true, too.
Not very useful.
You land away from hard casting it.
So, I just,
Activate your guy.
do the thing.
Hit them for 3 poison. Or do you go for the kill?
No, just 3 poison. Now, if they go for the removal spell, I make it 2 more. Or, sorry, I make it 4 more.
Oh, if you resolve the vines, you can just kill them with Invigorate.
Oh, okay.
In fact, you can do that now because you have enough to play 2 vines, so you should.
Yeah, okay.
Because they could have removal spell and 2 counters, so that's and force, but that's the only way that this turns out poorly.
Yep, another nut hand.
So I guess you should have left with Invigorate, so they try to kill it first, but whatever.
Nope. Rather accept the loss. Oh, why? Why?
Whatever. I think you should go for the Invigorate now. Because now they're tapped out. Now they just die to you attacking. And you have vines up. Like, I don't see how they win this game.
Yeah.
That's not true. They played a Wasteland, you would have lost. Because you wouldn't be able to activate and mines. You wouldn't have lost. You would have been in a rough spot. I think that you drop the forces and you just run stuff that stops them from killing your guy.
So I want the Sylvan Safe Period. I'm pretty sure I want Crushing Grip Nature's Claim and Spell Sky. So I'll take out a Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
What a weird hand. I think I keep it. Weird. That's the first time I've literally ever been stifled. Whoa. They hemmed us. So I went and got the Noble Hierarch. So I'd have more mana. Whoa. They got both attacks and breakers. play him just 3 times.
Have we been playing in silence?
I mean, I've said a few things. For the most part, it's just.
I mean, aren't you still winning?
I don't know. We're pretty close to even right now.
The library's pretty good. Do you consider just... Well, you don't have a flyer. If you had a way to make your noble hierarchy big enough, it would actually be more economical to try to kill them with a spell sky.
They're not going to forget an attack with a Termaglyph, I don't think.
You only hit for 2 right now.
I hit for 3 infect now.
Yeah, you definitely hit for 3 infect. I'm just saying, next turn they might attack you for 6.
Yeah, I'll be able to block 3 though.
Yeah.
They need a creature or an artifact. They have instant sorcery land, I think.
So they play a removal spell.
Like what?
I don't know, Abrupt Decay.
No, they have an instant, I'm pretty sure. They have Stifle and...
No, Abrupt Decay puts a creature in the graveyard, Brad.
I see.
What do they stifle? Windswept Teeth?
Yeah. I've never had that happen before.
It's not uncommon.
It was pretty fun.
They can stifle Wastelands as well, if you're playing a Wasteland type deck. That's what it's more there for. Is protecting their mana base and that kind of stuff. But it works well enough. I played someone the other day who had multiple stifles and they stifled my Inkmoth Nexus trigger.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the first game it won them, the second game they lost, but you know.
I think they're debating on whether to draw another card.
So the problem with drawing another card is means they can't attack with 2 Termaglyphs. Right?
I don't know if they should attack with 2 Termaglyphs, period, unless they're going to play another creature.
So, like, imagine that they had planned to attack with 2 Termaglyphs, which I think is the right play. You only being able to hit for 2 is a 3-turn clock, and with Infect, you have a more... you're still going to attack with the Infect guys unless you're going to kill them with damage. Just because you're more evasive, yeah. So there we go. Abrupt Decay. Called it. Boom. Called shot. I'll attack you with 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, of course they
They're
do.
8. Which means next turn you want to leave up an Inkmoth Nexus to block with.
I don't know. I'll definitely leave that up to block. Do I just attack them for 2?
No, you definitely just attack them for 3 with the Inkmoth Nexus, because if they keep back blockers, you can't get through more damage. Correct?
Keeps them from being able to draw a card if I hit them for 2 life.
Yeah, but they get another turn if you hit them with an Inkmoth Nexus. Or you hit them with a Noble Hierarch.
Okay, so you think it's less turns if we animate and try to kill them with effect?
Yeah, I would have... Well, that's not necessarily true. Okay, and then you just play your Glistener off of one of your Noble Hierarchs. You can chump block one of those. And then you can activate Inkmoth Nexus if things
We're a sickly bunch over here.
Just allergies and stuff. I mean, the real question is, do you chump block both of the Tarmogoyfs? I don't think you do.
I think I might.
The advantage to not chump blocking both... Well, if they attack with both, then you chump block with Glistener Elf and Inkmoth, and then you can just kill them with Noble Hierarch. If they take a card here.
If they take a card. They're not that silly, right?
Not to take... they will not put themselves down on board. So they're attacking with 1. Or playing a creature.
Hmm.
Not good enough. That's fine. They might be making a grave mistake.
We'll see.
They are. Okay, well you just activate the Moth Nexus and chump with it. So the tricky part about this is they might have a way to bounce or kill your creature.
Oh, if they do, they win.
because you can still block. But the interesting part is
I have no idea what this does.
target artifact phases out.
Oh, so they do win.
They do win. That's a weird play.
Well, they knew they had it.
What? Go back to Vision Charm. I go back over it. I want to see what it does. Mill 4, land. They have that in specifically for your Inkmoth next. That is a card against artifacts. That's really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was still the right play. There's not... That is, like, the only card that they quit. They don't want to play Infect more. Okay. Well, I think I'm wrapped up for today.
Okay.
Did you want to keep going? Or are you good?
I'm good.
All right, man. Thanks for joining us for some of these matches. We're going to keep practicing for a little bit longer, and pretty soon we're going to start going into leagues once we're pretty quick on the client. I really want to play against one of the slower decks before we go in there, like Miracles or something that really taxes your time, just to make sure that we can play fast enough, because there's nothing more frustrating than losing because of the client and not because of your play.
All right, thanks.